Hello everybody, it's Joe from JLB Games coming at you with another awesome, cool stream. So today, we're doing something a little bit different. Rather than hitting our terrain park, we're going to be starting something completely new. It's something I came up with an idea for, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I was debating whether to do this in challenge mode or sandbox mode, and I felt that the most beneficial would be sandbox mode, but I still do want to do a challenge mode in the future. But today, we are going to stick with the sandbox because I don't know how much this would actually cost, and I want to make sure I have enough money to create what I want to create. So this was an idea that I came up with, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the game doesn't crash while loading this up, because sometimes it does crash, and if it does, I apologize, but sometimes it does crash loading up these empty sandboxes, unfortunately, but hopefully we won't. I feel like it should be loaded by now. There it is. Alright, no crash. Fantastic. Alright, so I can't wait till we get some more sandboxes on here, and because all we have is this tropical sandbox. I'm surprised we didn't have the grassland one, which is probably most likely completely blank. Now, what I wanted to do here is kind of create something very different in a way, and we're going to see how this turns out. So we're going to start out by deleting these, all this stuff, because I don't want that there. And we're going to go to the terrain and actually level this out. Yeah. Because this is all going to be custom, and I don't want any of that there. Alright, and something else we're going to do is completely get rid of as much pathway as we can. Like so, and let's see where our width is at. We're going to make this bigger. It's going to be at 10. We're going to connect these together so the pathway is like that. We're going to put this in the center. And we're going to have an entrance here. Now, something I wanted to do with this park is really have something cool with the terrain. And my plan is to actually have it, the terrain kind of cave around the pathway, kind of something like this. Now I'm not going to do all that yet, maybe just this part here, as if we cut it into the terrain to make way for this park. And we're going to build buildings outside the cliffs, and it's going to be really cool, I think. So let's smooth it out, because I think it's always important that you smooth it out at least a little bit, so it's not so rough. And we're going to create an entrance building for the park. So I want the entrance building to kind of be... Oh, okay. The possibilities are endless here. Let's see how this works. See how it works, and we'll get into it here. So let's go to building, and we're going to create something kind of a fairly simple building. So we're going to start off with our wall pieces, and we're going to find kind of a foundation-y type wall piece for the bottom. I'm not going to put I'm going to place this a little bit more accurately afterwards. Alright, so we'll have 3 entrances. We'll make it 2 deep, like this, for the outside. So there's 3 entrance ways here. And this will be the outline of the entrance of the park. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the pathway all situated here to fit this perfectly. At least that will be the goal. So we're going to get the path system here, and we're going to go down to I think we can fit a 5 meters wide there. Yeah. Just like so. And we also want to do it to these sides as well. that one. This one will go here. That will go there, and perfect. Fits like a glove. Alright, so is this a new park? Absolutely. I had an idea, and I didn't want to forget it, so out comes this park. And let's get to finishing this up. So now we're going to go to walls, and we're going to looking at the lime plaster here. Let's change the color. Blue. You're kind of a green. An ugly green will fit it very nicely. So we're going to place this all throughout. So we're going to place this for the entrance. It's going to be a very simple entrance, because this park probably won't be very large. Probably won't be that large, so. Alright. So let's get a rooftop going, and let's use the wooden platform, because I think that will look quite interesting. We're going to build it across the top here for the roof, like so, and just like that, and we're going to get some slanted roofs in as well, and we're going to give it a dark gray color here. So that's going to go like that. In fact, I'm going to use the tall ones here. We're going to create that, do that all the way around the outsides, and then we're going to use the smaller one to come across like this for the middle parts, which will work nicely for what we're going for. Like that. Yeah, see, something very simple. It's a very simple one, so. And now, we got to decorate it just a little bit. Make it look all nice and neat. So to do this, we're going to start off with some columns and use, actually, the wooden columns here. Whoops. Messed that up. So we'll start from the top and go to the bottom, because that's the best way to do it. And we're going to duplicate this throughout this building. Now, I know guests are going to be walking through the walls a little bit there, but that's okay. It will be fine. So this is going to have a very much of a old style kind of look for this kind of building. Lots of wood. Alright, we'll put it. And we're going to have some vines hanging off of this as well. So, that will be that. And I want to go to roof trims here and use the wooden overhang for this right here. So that looks nice and neat. We're not going to do it on the sides. We're going to do it there. And also right here. Just like that. Fantastic. And that looks looking pretty good already. So we're going to I was already in roof trims. We're going to go back to roof trims. And we want to add more wood to this. Just a little bit. We're going to add this also to the bottom part right here. We're going to do it on both sides. Because I want to detail the heck out of these buildings a lot. Alright, we're going to go to Windows, and we want to find I do like these windows a lot. And I think they will work very well for this entrance. So these are going to go right here. All in the empty spots. Just like that. And we're going to do a little bit extra detailing here. If I can find, let's see, decorations. Let's go with the lights first. So we're going to put the lights on the wooden beams here because they work very well. And they will light up the entrance quite nicely too. We're going to add a lot of plants and also some vines on here, and you'll see why here in just a little bit of what is going to happen with this entrance if I can properly do it. All the way across. So it's nicely lit. Now we're going to add some planters. I believe it's under scenery, if I remember right. I can never find it properly. Here's a log planter that I want to put up here. Just like that. So yeah, put those wooden things down. Always. There are no shoutouts on the channel. I am actually getting very tired of people asking for that. Because first off, it's not going to do you no good because there's only 8 people watching, which is also including you. And if you continue to do that, you're just going to get kicked. Just saying. No disrespect, but it's just how it works. You should know that most people don't do that. Can I put a ticket booth in the game, or is that not in yet? No, you can't do a ticket booth yet. So, nothing in that vicinity does happen yet. Not yet. Alright, we need to put something under this, but I don't know. What should go under the window? But let's add some more lights. Under lantern tower. I haven't seen that before. Let's do some bamboo torches. Because why not? What? That sucks, but remember, we're in alpha. Alpha. We're in alpha. Therefore, the game's not fully released. And there's very minimal stuff to do right now. But for alpha, you gotta admit this is pretty impressive. You do have to admit that it is pretty impressive where we're at right now. Alright, this is going to go here. And so is this. And we'll see how that looks at night. Alright, and... what would go good there? I think we're just going to look around and see what looks good. So we'll go under decorations and see what would do nicely there. And let's go to, that's decorations. That's where I was. Look, a bell. I don't know. Show you the park. Ta-da. That's it. That's it. What? I just began. This is 15 minutes into a park. This is what we got. I know you probably didn't know, but we're working on the entrance right now. So this is all freshly new. Oh, don't be sorry, man. It's awesome. It's okay. You are good, man. You are good. Let's create this awesome entryway. So we're just gonna put some random stuff around here just to fill her in a little bit to make it look pretty. Alright, and these will go nicely here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's a cool entrance. And okay. Back to this building. Edit. And we're gonna let's go to roofs. And let's add kind of like a dormer. Just for fun details. For funsies. For funsies. And we'll have to go to walls. And lime plaster. Go back to the color we are using for the green. That's not the color we were using for the green. That is the color we were using for the green. What is the theme going to be? That is a good question. And I don't know how to exactly explain it, but I'm going to be doing there's going to be a lot of cliffs and stuff like that. It's going to be kind of an old, kind of an old school type theme. I don't even know how to explain it, unfortunately, so, I don't know. Can't change the color. Guess we'll just go with it then. And center it as perfectly as possible. And there you go. And there you go. And there you go. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're pulling this terrain up. That actually went closer than I thought it would be, so we're going to have to touch it up a little bit. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So you see what's going on here, right? Yeah, it's going to be cool. So this is gonna be a lot of the park, so it's gonna be all these cliffs around the pathways and stuff. I think it'll be kinda cool. It's just a funny idea I had a little while ago, so Alright, so we're going to have to flatten terrain right here. Just a smidge. At least for right now. On the other side until I finish. And voila. Okay. Back to the paths. We're going to go wide here. Pretty wide with 8. That's centered, right? Turn snapping on. What am I building? I am building a new park with a lot of cliffs and terrain, which ought to be very fun. Come on. Come on. There you go. So scenery. And nature, because I love nature so much. This is going to be a very freaking cool kind of park. At least I hope so. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted these. No, it's not. I didn't want these either. Maybe I did. We'll put a couple of them here for looks. Alright. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're doing good. So right off the bat in the entrance, we're going to have kind of like a Main Street type feel, in a way. So let's do it. So we're going to have shops and facilities right off the bat. So let's start off with some food shops, maybe? We're just going to put everything in here, so... There. Alright, let's go and work on it, and we'll let's see, what do we want to use? This one, well, I want it to use the wooden structure for this building. So it's not, I'm not going to build it very far out or detail it in the back, and you'll see why in just a little bit. Or just a moment. And we're going to use the wooden flat roof. Right. I like using this one better. For Chief Beef. Let's see, and we'll change the color to this. This is a nice little yellowish kind of color that will work well for this building. Again, we're not going to detail the back of these buildings for a very specific reason. Most of you might be able to figure that out pretty easily, but we'll see. Of course, you got to have the signs for this, for Chief Beef. I got it. Maybe we should go back to building. Or edit this building. Gosh dang it. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. And we're going to go to walls, framework. No, we're going to go to columns. And place all of these here. And also on top here. To create like a wooden sign. Okay, we'll go back to wall pieces and go down to this piece. And we can put Chief Beef's logo on it. See, isn't that nice? Alright, let's add a bit more of supporting to this. Should I use this? No. Well, maybe. Hold on. And then if we use the advanced tool here. Yeah! Look at that. That's kind of cool. How do you get Alpha 3? Well, I believe today's the last day for the Alpha Weekend for the ones that purchased Thrill Seeker Edition. They have an Alpha Weekend going on right now, and today's is the last day. So if you want to get access for Alpha 3 for one day only, because it is ending today, then you better get the Thrill Seeker Edition today, and you'll be able to get today's access. But if you didn't get the early bird edition like I did, you won't have access until November 17th. So if you buy the Thrill Seeker edition, you will have access to Alpha 3 today only. They did an Alpha Weekend, so but except for me, I get to play the game all the way up to release, because I did get the early bird edition, which was considerably a lot more money but you do get to play it the entire time up to release, which is absolutely awesome. But if you want to buy it now, you can, and you can get it at least one day. But again, it's not. And that is true. Thrill Seekers also get beta access when that releases, which I would say isn't too far down the road, because we're not that far away from release, to be honest. When you really think about it, November 17th, that's like just over a month away. So we're not too incredibly far away. Don't want that. I want let's use these window boxes. Oh, how pretty. And we'll need to do some lighting. If I can find it. It'll be under decorations, and we're editing the building already, I think. Okay. So lights. And I love the lantern. It's one of my favorite lights in the game. So this is going to be kind of an older-ish type theming to it. It's going to be kind of weird. I don't exactly know how to explain the theme very well, but I hope you get what I mean. Something else is missing. I need to put more stuff on here. Here, we'll get a wall trim, and we'll do the same thing we did to the other one. I don't want it to be too repetitive, but at the same time, I want it to look detailed. Nicely detailed, of course. That's what we're going for. Let's see what kind of lights we can put over the front here. Let's place that light, because it looks kind of cool. I suppose. Ow. Okay. And the reason why we're not detailing the back is because we're covering it up with terrain. You can see kind of the thing we're going here for this park is creating cliffs around the pathways and stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. Will there be water rides? Of course, there will be water rides. Not in the alpha, though, as far as I know. We still don't know what's coming into the beta, so we'll have to look out for that and see how all that goes. But as of right now, there are no water rides in alpha, or wooden coasters, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, we need another building on the other side. So let's get to it. Shops and facilities. And this time we'll go with a drink shop. And we'll do something similar. Put it a little bit in a different spot. Just like so. And this building will make a different color and everything. For this one, we're gonna make we're gonna go with the lime plaster as well on this building. If I can find it, because I can never find anything. There it is. And we're going to go with the blue and pink kind of building to go with the color of Cosmic Cow, because Cosmic Cow has those colors. And it's going to go like this. And that fit quite nicely. Now let's go to the roofs. And we're going to flat roofs. And we're going to find... let's do the castle roof. We're going to make these colors kind of pink. Hot pink. White. And blue. Now that's Cosmic Cow right there. And as for the slanted roof, we're gonna make. Let's go ahead and make this. Let's make this kind of a pink. This building's gonna pop. And I can't wait. So these buildings are gonna share similar traits. They're gonna be kind of similar. And let's see. It'll be a little different though. Let's go to walls and columns and wall posts. And we'll place these like this so it still has that wooden feel to it. I'll place just along these. Don't worry about the back. And these top ones will be carrying the sign. So we'll go back to walls. And you'll go there. So we're going to do the same thing to this one. And let's go to decorations. And do this once again to this one. Make it very similar. So we're going to... Hocha! And then advanced toolets. Just like so. And now we're going to go to the shop signs and post Cosmic Cow. Use the old school sign. In fact, I should have probably done that with that one too. We might change it. Alright, and windows. Now I just can't get past this window. It looks good. Alright, and decorations. No, I didn't want to put it there. Let's go to the lights. I'm going to be adding it to this building. It didn't do that. Oh, we're going to pretend we didn't see that. We're going to pretend that never happened. Because it didn't. Everyone loves the Cosmic Cow milkshakes. That's how we do. Alright. So over here, we're going to do roof trims. I love using the roof trims for like stuff like this. Alright, let's use the these instead. Keep pressing buttons on accident. I'm not trying to place them. Okay. Alright. Okay. You win. Alright, let's go. Yes. Yes. Oh man, I don't want to cover up the castle, but it's just more detailing, right? Here on the sides they'll have it though. So it will be alright. I'll be okay. I promise. I promise. Okay, now let's get the window boxes on this one as well. Because I love those window boxes. They're beautiful. Did I pass them? No, I didn't. They're right here. Now that's a pretty building. Pretty building. Alright, nothing too special with these buildings, so. I should do it when everyone's not in school, but I have to do it on my schedule too. I have to do it when I'm not in work. So it's kind of hard to work around everyone's schedule. You can't do it. You simply can't do it around everyone's schedule. I think that's kind of impossible. Yeah. All right. Okay, so you're asking, how do you snap these pieces next to each other and to the building? If you're talking about like what I did with the lights and they snap to a certain spot, you can actually hold down F and it'll actually kind of go with, rather than freeform, it'll actually place it into certain points. So you have to hold down F on your keyboard. So if you did this, and it's only on certain pieces, like say the skull. If I hold down F and go to a certain point, it will actually snap. Kind of like so. Like that, if you hold down F. If that's what you're asking. I hope that answered it. And it looks like it did. So hold down F on your keyboard and it'll actually snap it to a certain spot in the building, like perfectly. It won't always go into the spot that you want, but it can be very nice for like when you're placing windows and stuff, and like window boxes or lamps and stuff like that. So they're all evenly spaced. I find it very useful, and I'm glad they still have that. So. All right, bamboo. So you can kind of see, hopefully, kind of see the theme going in here. At least I hope. All right, let's get these. Let's get some benches in there. And also some trash cans. Whoops. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, what's next? Should we make some... Let's go terrain. Flatten to foundation and make sure this is not in my way. Because I can't have anything in my way while I'm doing this. Paths. And width. Was I on 10? Come on, come on. Snap, 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 snap. Maybe. I want to continue this way with what I was doing. And you're gonna do it? And I'm gonna say no. Was I on 10? Maybe I was on 8. Maybe I wasn't. I want to continue what I was doing. Please. No. Surely it wasn't 9, was it? 'Cause usually you can snap it to the corner. But it's not gonna let me. Alright. I guess we're not doing that, so we'll just put angles on it instead. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. I suppose that works. Yeah. Couldn't have got more perfect than that. Alright, so we'll put some cool scenery around here. Maybe something that'd be a cool centerpiece. And, what do I want to put? We can put dragon poop. No, we're not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna put these around the park. That'd be cool. Kind of like it'd be fit really nicely in the edges over here. That'd be kind of cool. So it's not necessarily gonna have like a fantasy theme, but it's gonna have like a old town, very old town type theme ish. Alright, where's my vines? I need to actually use some vines here. Wall climbers, ivy. So this is gonna go on to like, I'm going to put these like over here. Where the cliff is. I'm going downwards, upwards. I wanted to avoid using the advanced tool, but I guess I have to. It's a very little amount, but alright, other side. Let's do a little bit over here and over here. Just on the sides, like where the cliffs are. I think it'd be really cool. What coaster type do you want to see in this game? Every coaster type that I want to see is already pretty much in the game. I know RMC is already going to be in there. So, if I had to choose one that I haven't heard of yet, I don't know. That's a good question. Pretty much everyone is going to be in there that I know of, and I'm sure they're going to have all the ones that you're going to want. Can I show the flat rides? I can show a little bit to see what I have. There's not a whole lot in alpha, but this is what we do have. They've been adding. You got this 360 power. I'm not going to place any. I'll show it off to you. There's this thing which like rotates around, which is really cool. There's the forge, which is like these, like the claw in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Gears of Fear, which is kind of like a spinner, which has a theme to it. The genie, which is one of those spinners with like a hill in it. It's really cool. You got a giant swing, or hammer swing as it says in here. And Insanity, which is fun. And the kickflip, magic twirl. Would I ever use animal or water ride features if they're in future expansions? I probably would. I wouldn't imagine why not. I wasn't a big fan of RCT3's whole lot, especially I didn't care for the water stuff. I didn't use them real well. But you know, it'd be really fun if you could like create a water park within your park. So I'm just showing off all these. So you got this, and the flying. Then the star wheel, which is kind of an interesting Ferris wheel. Sunflare, which is pretty much like a sky screamer. The frisbee disc. Teacups. The balloons. The cube, which is a very unique ride. Screaminator, which is the drop tower. Of course, you got your merry-go-round. Victory, which is the pirate ship. This little whirly rig, which is funny. And the wild blue, which is also like a airplane thing. Alright, so back to this. What do I want to put in the center here? Should I just do some foliage? Yeah, let's do some foliage and some rocks. It will look really cool. Just around like, not that big. Get some different kind of rocks in here so they don't get too repetitive. Like so, and trees. I'll just put trees in random spots here. Some pretty ones, some normal ones. Just like so, and let's see, Douglas. No. Have you coming out of the rock there. And just for fun. Can a roller coaster go through the round thing ride? Are you talking? If you're talking about the giant Ferris wheel here, yes, it can. Stuff can actually fit through the big circle there. That was their plan with this design, which is actually really cool. I actually have it doing that in one of my parks. I have a roller coaster going through the center of that Ferris wheel type ride, which is actually really cool. It's so awesome. And that is in Mystic Bay. Well, my first park that I actually completed in Alpha 2. Back in Alpha 2 when there wasn't as many things available. And I don't think I added too many Alpha 3 stuff to that park, but... Alright, let's get some lighting. Lights. Out here. That way people can see where they're going. Inside the trees. Hardy, hardy, har. Alright. Yes. Alright, I want to add a centerpiece type building. So let's do it. What kind of centerpiece would go well right there? Maybe like a tower, some tower stuff, or castle. Some sort of castle thing, maybe. Let's do it. Let's just do this. I can move it if needed. I'll have it that wide. I'm not good at making castles, FYI. Definitely not good at making castles. I'll just keep it the normal color. Because I've never really made a castle before. Maybe we should make an arch. That goes right here. And so let's go castle roof flat here. I would put a roof right here. And then we're going to continue this wall pieces back behind. That way it doesn't look completely nothing but flat. Because I don't really care for flat everywhere. And let's get... I don't know where they're at. Oh, look at that piece. That piece is interesting. Then you got that piece. And then you got those. And where's the thing I'm looking for? I don't know where the thing I'm looking for is. Let's find... Make the arch a little tall. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Maybe I should. I thought about it. Have I been to Silver City? That's a funny question. I can definitely say yes. I've been to Silver City. Many times. If I had to guess, I'd say I'd probably been there. How many times this year? Let's see. Oh, well over 100. My favorite roller coaster is Maverick at Cedar Point. I haven't actually been to a lot of many parks as I've wanted to. I've been to Cedar Point finally this year for the first time, and that was a lot of fun. Where's the piece that I'm looking for? Oh yeah, I wanted to do this. we'll go back up here. Let's build this up a little bit. This won't be giant or anything, because I've never built, oh gosh, because I've never built a castle before. Not even Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So it'll probably be pretty terrible. FYI. FYI. What? I thought I did all of them. No, maybe not. I thought I did all of them. Must have missed one. That's okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. I guess let's do the... Should probably do the round roof at the top. Close that off a little bit. And now we can go to walls and and find this. And do this. Haha. Let's get all of you selected. Ah, that's not gonna work. Just gonna click piece by piece. I love the copy and paste tool. What's my new opinion, or my opinion on the new Five Nights at Freddy's, which is Sister Location? Well, I played through it, or at least through got to night 4. And I have to say, it's freaking fun. It's probably, if it's not my favorite, it's very close. It is I thought it was very good, because Scott did a great job on that. He did a great job on it, because it's so much different than the others. It's not just surviving till 6 a.m. It's more than that. Which I freaking love about it. You know? I love that it's got completely new stuff. Instead of surviving till 6 a.m., you're actually doing more than that. Kind of want to go diagonal here. In a diagonal way. How am I going to do this? I don't know how I'm going to do this. Actually, I do know how I'm going to do this, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. Castle wall. If we angle it just right. Boom, boom. Oops. So we're going to build this up. Let's go ahead and put auto stacking on for... Oh, maybe not. Just kidding. We're not going to do that. So instead of being square castle, we're going to add lots of diagonal pieces as well. Oops, and let's go ahead and select all these. That way I don't have to replace every single one of them. No! Darn it. I guess I could just click and drag. That's a little faster. It's like that. Sweet. And let's build the roof here. Do the castle roof. And to do that. That way I can just go click, 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 and click. So much easier. Castle curve decorative. Alright, so we're gonna do a smaller tower here. That's the same sized one there. Let's do like a squared one, I guess. Yes. Yes. Whoops. Come on. I want to make sure that's where it's supposed to be. Why'd you go back down, you little butt? There you go. Stay up there. And we'll just copy and paste. Interesting little thing going on here. Whoosh. It's not looking too bad, but it's not looking great. I could add little towers coming off the other towers as well, make it look a little better. There isn't going to be anything flashy or anything. It's just going to be kind of average, kind of. Just something, it's going to be pretty simple. Alright, this will fit to this. Stop going back down there. Stay up here. You little nugget. Alright. Extend the column below. What's that mean? The column below. Extend column below. I don't know what that means. Because I'm an idiot. I know. Let's do this. Go right there. No, go. Stop going back down there. Okay. Let's grab this piece. I had a feeling that would happen, and it did. What coaster is first? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Do I know who Tycoonatron is? I've heard of it. I may have seen them. Sounds familiar. Actually, I got a better idea. We're not gonna do this. Isn't there a roof I can use here? Is there a bigger roof I can use here? Duh. Oh, does that fit? Is that going to fit? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. Yes, it does. I think I want to do it to this one as well. So this one's going to use the round one. Like that. Ooh. Ha ha. Hey, a roller coaster going around. This would be kind of cool, like you guys are saying. We might give it a go. We might give it a go. In fact, I might build the station within this thing. That would be cool. What other games do I play on a daily basis? Planet Coaster, Planet Coaster, Planet Coaster, and sometimes Five Nights at Freddy's. Not really, not really. I don't even actually play that often. I usually watch other people play it, just because I love the lore of that story. But that's a good question. I do play some Overwatch. A lot of different. I play Madden because I am a big football fan. So. But mostly Planet Coaster is the game I play the most. Even on off-screen and stuff. I do that a lot. So it is kind of interesting. Alright. Before I get too farther, we need to implement a station in here for a roller coaster. Because that's always fun, right? And I do want to make sure, I do kind of want to go with a B&M. So which B&M should we add? I want everyone to go here. So, I'm going to name out every single B&M on here. And I want everyone to vote. So, here's our choices. We got the Dive Coaster, B&M Dive. We can go with B&M Dive, a B&M Winged. A B&M Dive, Winged. We can go with Invert. I'm not going to do any Giga on this one. No Giga. Or a Floorless Coaster, Flying Coaster. Let's see. So go ahead and start commenting, and I'll try and tally it up the best I can. So we got one vote for Flyer. We got three wing dueling, which is the same person, so that counts as one. So 1 for Flyer. I got 2 for Flyer. 3 for Flyer. So 1 for wing dueling and 3 for Flyer. 1 for Floorless. Alright, I'm going to give it a little bit of time, but I've seen mostly flying. Flying coaster would be really cool, flying around a castle. Although the wing does sound cool as well. A wing or a dueling wing would be kind of hard because you're limited to space, but because this is probably going to be a pretty compact coaster. But I'll give you guys a little bit more and see if nothing else catches up. So far, we're looking at flying. All right. You should. Alright, I'm just giving it a second to see what people... Anyone? Okay. As far as I know, Winged has won this battle. So, I think we're going to go... Or not Winged. Flying, sorry. Flying. Not going to say I'm not going to have... not going to have a winged, but because I like the idea of a winged as well. But I think flying has won this battle. So we got the Stingray. I almost want to put it against this building. Anyway. And then we could build a lift hill somewhere in the vicinity. I'm going to raise it up just a bit. It's insane that I made this wall just as long as the station as well. Isn't that awesome? Okay. We probably want to create a little, or work on a little bit of this coaster itself before we get too far into the structural part. Go a little shorter here. Alright, the lift hill is probably going to be a little bit off. It's not going to be, well, not way over here. You're talking about some... Alright, so we're going to... I didn't mean to do that. No. Stand by. Oh, come on. No. Alright, how about some music? I don't know good music. How about some epic music? Bum. I don't know how loud it is, so I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. I know I like music, so I'm just going to have it play in the background. A lot of people have requested me to play music in the background while I play, so why not? So why not some epic music while we make this epic coaster, right? If anyone objects, just let me know. I mean, if it's too loud, let me know as well. I can't tell. I'm kind of... Alright, let's do a little thing here. It's gonna look very naked at the beginning. But I am keeping it royalty free on the music, by the way, just so you guys know. No copyright. Alright, so let's lower this down a little bit. I want to change the color scheme as well. Alright, this is going to actually go over the pathway, because the path is actually going to go this direction. And it's also going to be... There's going to be a big terrainy hill right here as well that I'm going to build. And then it's going to come back and circle around this castle a lot. So there's going to be a lot of detailing and scenery into this park. Because it's going to have... The theme I'm kind of going for is kind of like this, you know, with a castle and everything. I don't know exactly how to say it. I don't want to say medieval, maybe? I don't know. But it's going to have dragons and all that stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. Alright, there's the lift hill, the beautiful lift hill. It's pretty tall. Pretty tall for a flying coaster, but I want to make sure it has enough speed to make through everything properly. Alright, so let's get into our terrain tool, and we're going to pull this up. Make the size a little bit bigger. Because we're going to go over here and raise the terrain up a lot right here. And this is going to be really neat. And the pathway is going to go under that section. Alright, this is going to climb here. Music stopped. Oh no. What other we're going to do? Let's do... Better Days. I don't know. I'm just playing random songs. I'm sure we'll get through all of them. I am currently on bensound.com, which is a lot of decent, cool... Just kind of... Does this set the mood? I've had better days. But today is not one of them. I spent my life building these roller coasters. And one day, I know it's gonna pay off. I know some days are just terrible. But today, it's not that day. Today's one of those terrible days. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's pull this out just a smidge more. I love the terrain tool so much. This music just hits you right in the soul. Alright, how about a color scheme for this coaster? How about a color scheme? Someone give me some cool color schemes. Should I do a red or a blue or vomit green? I don't care. I'm just gonna try stuff and see what happens. How's the purple looking? Red and black. Red. I'm gonna try purple and hot pink. With some bright blue. How's that look? I wonder what's the worst color scheme I could come up with. Just for fun. I just want to see what the worst color scheme I can come up with. Doesn't that just make you vomit? Actually, that didn't look that bad. Yellow. Alright, this is the main track. Just like vomit green. This music just inspires you so much more while you're building. Alright, let's go for real now. Alright, the main part of the track. What does that look like? I don't want to do a bright red if we do red. Kind of a darker, natural red. That's not even red at all. Steel gray base. That sounds interesting too. Let's go darker. With some red and blue accents. So if this one was blue. Oh wait, that's this structure. So if this one was blue. And we had like gray supports. Interesting, but I don't know. The blue stand really pops right there. It really pops. Maybe if I reversed these two. Blue is so bright. Need darker. Diarrhea green and brown. Oh no, I don't think I want the main part to be... And that black looks more gray, or like a dark gray. I want it to make it look kind of like a dragon, so this is probably gonna have like a dragon-y type theme to it. So... I don't know. This is a very unique color scheme if I leave it like this. Maybe I should change the support color. We're just spitballing here, so Till we find something perfect. Could do more red or pink or maroonish. I like having a little bit more red here. Maybe for the supports. Maybe a darker red. I wish there was a little bit of a darker red to go off of. Wow. That's so much brighter than what I think it's going to be. Because that's orange, pretty much. And that's the darkest red they have. How's that look? I don't know, I just don't know if I'm feeling the gray part of it. Oh gosh. That orange. And we make the cars yellow and make it look fire. Right? Anyone have objections to that? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Make the cars yellow. Let's see. Gray track with yellow, orange. Let's see. If I made the track... Oh gosh, no music. This one's called Sad Day. I think it's just over-supported. Let's change that real quick. I'm going to do every other. Let's see if we have less supports. You actually go in the settings and turn off coaster supports on certain spots. Here, let me undo that. And we're just going to get rid of every other one and see how it looks. Because for a B&M, B&Ms are usually not supported that much. I'm going to do every other one for right now. Yeah, I think that's already looking better. It might help with our color thing too. That's a little bit more of a supported B&M there. So you don't want to have too many supports. Otherwise it could be over supported. That's a lot better. Alright, I think that'll help us a little bit more when we're choosing a color scheme here. I don't know what to do. Everyone's saying, hey, that looks good, and then they're like, no, do this instead. And I was like... Why don't we make it completely unpainted and just have steel colors? That doesn't look half bad. Maybe you change like the color of the supports. And maybe the rails. I don't know. And then maybe like, what's the main part? What's the rail color? That's the rails. And we do like an orange here. I don't know. Or blue. We're spending way too much time on the on the color scheme here. Whoops. Alright, that was Sad Day. Next is called Tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. Let's see, gray track. If I have like, let's go red and red. That's not bad. I always go so undecided. Alright, we'll do with this for right now. It may change in the future, I don't know. But we're gonna stick with that at the moment. Alright, let's go normal track. And we should probably do kind of a drop turn. Stop and do a Q&A. I can do it while I'm playing. Ish. Maybe. If anyone has any questions, just spit them out. I mean, do my best to answer. I should probably be testing this while I build. Changing colors like a girl. No. I just try to make sure I have the best color scheme possible. Where's all my supports on this ride? Are they turned off? Yes, they are. Whoops. Alright, let's put one here. I'm actually going to do less supporting. So like on this one I won't have it. And like this one I will. Like every other one I'm going to add supports and stuff. Do you think the beta will have RMC and Woodies? Hard to say. I would love to see RMCs. Or at least a Woody at the least. That would be absolutely awesome. Will they do it? I don't know. I hope so. I mean, the only RMC we have now is the monorail. And that is awesome itself. Alright, so we're gonna have this drop turn. I feel like I should be testing this at the same time. So we'll go ahead and play, and we need to do some smoothing while we're waiting. Smooth some of these. I like to smooth them individually, rather than smoothing a lot at once. I think it works better. I love drop turns, they look so good. My gosh, it supported this so much. How do I feel about spicy memes? I have no idea. If it, would I do a RMC Woody only park? That would be interesting. Do nothing but wooden coasters and RMCs. Sorry, I missed that for a second. But, yeah. It wouldn't be very realistic, but the idea sounds fun. Alright, I gotta remember I'm doing a flying coaster, so we gotta do like a up and twist it upside down and hold it upside down. Get that angle snap off. So we'll go here and flip it this way. Then we'll use the smooth tool to smooth it up a little bit, but alright, what am I going to do from here? Yeah, the top lift does seem a little under-supported. We'll go back and fix the supporting after we do the layouts, I think. I think that'll be a good idea. Obsession with Woodies. Woodies are awesome. The structure is freaking awesome. There's just so much structure there and it looks so cool. Let's start to twist over here a little bit. Oh! This is going to be cool. I know it. I haven't made many flying coasters. Would I make a big RMC dueling? I would definitely do an RMC dueling. No shoutouts. Sorry. Should do a twist here. Near this side. Salsa Doritos taste so bad? Do they? I've never tried them. I'll have to try that now. How do you become mod? That's a good question. You have to earn my trust, kind of, pretty much. In a way. And behave very well. Does anyone know what Cedar Point is playing with Mean Streak? If I had to do a guess, it would definitely be RMC'd. Because there's already RMC's trucks over there. That's confirmed. There's no Photoshop. It's real, guys. I've seen videos of the trucks over there, and one of my friends works out there, and he actually took pictures of it himself and sent them, and it looks legit. And they're already dismantling some of the track. They're not tearing it down. They're actually just removing some of the structure, is what they're doing. If they were tearing it down, they would literally just rip the thing down. Alright, how are we gonna have this? I don't think they would do a T-Rex with it. I think they're either gonna do the topper track or the steel track. That's what I think I'm going. How was your day? Well, it's just beginning, but it's good so far. If you're talking to me. I don't know. Alright, let's see, we're this way right now. Hi from France. Hi, France! How's it going, France? Oops. Alright, we're gonna go this way. And, flippy floppers this way. And flippy floppers this way. What's the name of my park? I don't know. It doesn't have a name yet. I want to name it, but I don't know what to name it. The music. All right, angle snap off. Hello, Texas. So awesome seeing people from different places, all in one place. So much fun. Hi, South England. Oh, the hurricane. Hi from Colorado. All right, we're heading straight for this castle. Now everyone's like, just hi from this, hi from this. Hi, Atlanta. Oh gosh. Alright, we're gonna be on the top here. Let's level you out a little bit. Oh gosh, I'm closer to that than I thought I was. Alright, we're gonna have to smooth this out a little bit. Let's go angle snap. Still keep the bank here. Alright, let's go do a little bit of smoothing. Oh gosh, it's like very weird looking. Need to raise that up. I'm hoping smoothing will make it a better shape. I don't like the shape of it. Or tighten it up. Ah, that'll work. Yeah. That looks a lot better. Woo. Starting to look like a cool layout. So I have a question for you guys. What stuff are you looking in the final release of Planet Coaster? What is the biggest thing you want to see in this game? I want to hear that from you guys. What is the biggest thing you want to see in the game? Whether it be a coaster type or functions or stuff like that. I want to know what you guys think. Because mine is already coming true, and that was RMC type tracks. And they're already implementing those, so. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after this. So we're flipped upright now. So you're laying on your back at the moment. What was my first coaster? It wasn't a big one. It was just a little mine train. It was actually Thunderation from Silver City. And then in that same day, I rode my second one on Wildfire, which is a lot of fun as well. So my second coaster was a B&M. Let's see. We need to figure out. What's the next element I want to do? Okay, so we got this twisty turny thing, kind of like a, almost like a dive loop, or not a dive loop, like a. Gosh dang, I don't know my elements. Did I even smooth this out? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Looking good, looking pretty smooth. It's actually looking really nice too. Do an overbank. That'd be kind of fun. Overbank turns are always fun on flying coasters. Because it's going to be hard. Let's see. As we can make holes in the castle for it to go through. That'd be fun. And have like near miss elements. So we're going to be another alpha. No, alpha 3 is the final alpha. And then we're going to be going into beta and then release. Alright, so if I did kind of this high speed bank turn, that'd be kind of fun. Let's go 90 degrees here. I don't want to make it too high because I want it to be pretty high speed here. Yeah. Let's start changing the bank here. It's like so. All right, more music, more music. I have all this cinematic sad music playing, it's funny. Alright, and then we're going to build onto the castle to interact with all these elements as well, which will be really cool as well. So I figured we'd do the layout a little bit and then build the castle around it a little bit more. I thought that would be really neat. And then of course the station will be implemented inside the castle. And that way you get this really cool coaster centerpiece at the entrance of the of the park. This probably won't be a huge park. It was just an idea I came up with to have all these cliffs on the sides of the paths and stuff like that. I thought it'd be kind of cool, and like the buildings are built into the terrain. I thought it was really fun. I came up with the idea just like literally this morning. See how it's flowing through here. Again, we'll mess with the supports a little later. Sorry, I went off the chat a little bit. Am I allowed to say what I think SDC's new coaster is? I can tell you right now, I'm 99% sure I know what it's going to be because of the maintenance. I know a maintenance guy that's actually working on the project. I can't tell you, but I can tell you it's going to be in 2018. It's not 2017. A lot of people are getting upset because there hasn't been an announcement yet, but I can tell you it's 2018, and that's probably why you haven't heard an announcement yet. But a maintenance guy is working on the project, and he actually told me what it's going to be. And it's pretty fun. It's going to be pretty awesome, I hope. The way it sounds. And again, that's not 100% confirmed, because it is technically a rumor, but I'm going to say I'm 99% sure I know what the ride's going to be. Gosh. But I'm not gonna go into any more detail than that, just so you know. I bet it's a carousel. Oops. Alright, so we did this little overbank turn. Let's see if we can smooth that out just a little bit more. Okay, should we flip it back over to upside down again? So flying coasters, you can be upside down, you can be on your stomach. I think we're gonna flip it back over here. Which way that was turning? Whoops. I don't want that. I want to turn the opposite way. It was banking. Just like that. Let's get rid of angle snap. But I do want it facing forward. Alright, this is gonna be needing smoothing a lot there. Alright. Planet Coaster also needs the ability to put in your own supports. I agree. Kind of like what Theme Park Studio had going. I thought that was a great idea. To be able to put whatever kind of that you wanted. I know the color's dull, but I couldn't make a decision, so I decided to just go out with the layout first, and then worry about all that stuff later. We're gonna twisty turny over here. Ooh, that's fast. Then we'll have another path interaction moment here. Let's see, we're gonna go this way. What even happened to Theme Park Studio? Well, this game came out, I think is what happened. Or this game started to get hyped up. I think that's exactly what happened to Theme Park Studio. And if you're asking why haven't I played it recently, first off, it doesn't really run well on my computer now. Ever since they've updated a couple times, it's just... It just hasn't worked well. It's laggy as I'll give out. And I even was like talking with the developers when I was playing it, because I was one of the people that played it the most. So they gave me early access to certain builds and stuff, which was really, really cool. Just, I lost interest because it was just... Alright, we're gonna do another. I love doing like little turns on flying coasters on your stomach. It's so much fun. We're gonna head back towards the castle here. He's gonna have a lot of path interactions here, because the path's gonna be going through this spot right here, which is awesome. Gotta take angle snap off. Start leveling it out a little bit here. Oh, where are we at? I like coasters with high speeds. Oh yeah. Ooh, I love that turn. That bank turn there. That's awesome. Never mind. Not doing that. No, oops. I don't know why I pressed that button. Don't know. I almost want to put a vertical loop here. I don't know if the devs are working on it that much anymore. I've heard they even had thoughts of canceling the thing and not update it anymore, but I don't even know what's going on in that, Planet, or theme park, theme park studio. That's the one. Alright, a vertical loop would be cool. Helix around the tower would be cool. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Make sure it flows through that vertical loop nicely. Look at this thing. It's looking cool. I love how it flows through that very fastly, but very smooth. And I'll have it do a helix probably over on this side over here and make another tower, because I'm going to build more of the tower after I'm done with the layout. Alright, we're going to make this go over this direction. See, it knew what I wanted to do. Let's bank this a little bit. Alright, so have a twist. Camera, come on. Come on, camera. Come on. Yeah. Why are you moving so slow? Okay. Okay. You good? Let's do a twist up here. I wanted to put the coaster track, go over the top here. Now we'll flip you on your back here. If you're asking if I like Warlock's Tekken World or Planet Coaster better, definitely Planet Coaster. By far. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna twist it. Actually, just do a kind of a roll here. And maybe the smoothing will smooth it out. Oh yeah, music. This one's over 5 minutes long, so it'll last. At least a little bit longer. See, it stays that way for quite a while here. It's smoothy, smooth. This one's a little rough around the edges. Yeah. A nice little roll. Very nice little roll. Look at that. You're gonna walk in here and be like, whoa. See, these guys are like, whoa. Hey! Littering everywhere. That's not nice. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. It didn't twist the way I wanted it to. I didn't even notice. It didn't roll all the way over, and I thought that looked weird. Should I keep it that way or make it a 0G roll? Your guys' choice. You like that? Where it just kind of goes up and then twists back the same way? Kind of like a, yeah, stall-ish. Should I keep it that way? It is kind of like a 0G stall, kind of, where it doesn't twist all the way around and twist back the same way. I think it looks cool, but I don't know. I got votes for both. I got more votes for keep it. I think it's kind of cool. It was originally going to be a 0G roll. This is... Alright, as long as we can make it smooth enough. I'll keep it as long as it stays smooth like you're saying. I'm a mod, I count as 8 votes. Alright, let's see how smooth we can get this. Seems a little bit rough in this spot right here. At least it looks like it. Yeah. So my goal is to make this as smooth as possible. No, not that. Maybe like a little bit like that. Just kind of adjust the banking a little bit more and I think we'll be golden. Where's the train at? There it is. I'm liking how this is turning out. Vroom. Pretty fast through that loop. Alright, that's a considerably much smoother. I actually looked over here and I think this needs to be a little smoother as well. Yeah, that will work better. I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure Solar City is not adding another RMC. But yeah, I'm gonna be adding I want to add a lot of near miss elements once we're done with the layout. Be really cool. Why is the loop too small? Should I make it bigger? How about that? That's a little bit better. Yeah, I think you're right. It was a little bit fast through that loop. Make it a little bit bigger. We're good. I will change the color after I'm done with the layout, and we'll figure that out in just a little bit. Let's see where I want to be, and we'll. Let's see, non-inverted. What do we got here? Can make a helix. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. We can make this go around a, make it look good. Helix around a tower would be awesome. I'm trying a lot of the endgame stuff as well to see how well it stacks up. You do helix down as well. Haha. But we're not going to do that. Fine, I'll do it myself. I'm not good at helixes, though. The in-game one makes it, like, perfect. If I do it myself, it's gonna probably not be as good. And you literally just kind of do that. Can't make it too tall, lose too much momentum. Alright. There's my custom-made helix. It's pretty easy, actually. And then you just smooth it out. Woo! Alright, I think we're going to be getting towards the end of this layout. Gonna have a nice little drop here. Alright, let's smooth you. Let's smooth all of this. Smooth all of you. Smooth all of you. See how well it makes it through this spiraling. Yeah, that's a good speed. It is a great speed. I'm liking the layout of this coaster. It looks very good. I like the layout of it. It's dark, and I can't see. Alright, I think I know what the last thing I'm gonna add. Possibly. Now let's make sure this is longer. Anyways. Don't want to go too far this way. Rolls, loops. Inclined dive loop. I love dive loops. Let's see what we can find here. Don't want to make it too tall. I'm just searching through elements and getting ideas here. And let's see what we got. What rolls? That's rolls. Corkscrew. And cut back. Ooh. Just make it a little larger. This might actually be kind of cool. Nice little inversion. I think I might actually go with that. Oh, these are always good too. The hammerheads. I love hammerheads. It's more something you would see in kind of like a hyper coaster or something like that. For like the ones that are... Alright. I think we're gonna go with the cutback. Whoosh. Yeah. Cut back. There you are. Which way should I go? Should I go this way? Let's go this way so we have more room to... Don't want to make it too small, but I don't want to make it too big. What? Let's do... I'm looking for something. I know I am. A banana roll. Awesome. That's awesome. I never seen one of those before. What was I gonna do? This would line us up perfectly, pretty much. Inclined dive loop. That almost lines us up pretty much perfectly with the station, because we're getting to the end of the ride. See how big I can make this. And it gives you an extra inversion. Perfect. Let's do it. Music. Oh, sorry. I get so involved I forget about playing music. The duel! This would be fun. I always forget about music. I haven't done it before, so I just like forget about it completely. Burnin'. Alright, so let's make the brake run here. this will be the transfer track. Pretty much. I'm gonna make a little bit of a turn here. Do I watch Silverettes? Of course I do. He's freaking awesome. He is absolutely an amazing builder. And I would definitely tell him, or definitely say he's better than me. Definitely. He's definitely better than me. And I would definitely say he has more experience in this stuff than I do. I want you to make this straight. Why do you have to curve it every time I do that? Okay. Fine. Alright, I haven't made the specialty pieces yet, obviously, because it's going to... Because it will, there's a glitch. I don't know if they've patched it yet or not. But there's that glitch when if you don't do it from the one side, if you build the sections from behind like I do, it will put the second train on backwards, and we don't want that. So what we're gonna do is we delete these. Actually, we don't delete these. Yeah, we do. We do that, and then we'll delete these. And since we're straight, it will make a completely straight piece. But we gotta make sure we're building from this side, and we'll just do the friction brakes, and we'll connect it to this. So then we delete these, not that, just this. And then from here, make sure we're building from this side. Add a track piece. We're good. All right, and then do your block section right here and connect it to the end. Yeah. All right, and let's make sure we got this smoothed out. As it hits the brake run. Might even bank that just a smidge. Yeah, the smoothing will get rid of it, so. I agree, should do more recreations. They're a lot of fun to do, and I need to get back into that, and I might be doing that very soon, possibly. I like doing those during streams. Those are a lot of fun. But I need to figure out which is the next one I'm going to do. Recreation-wise, so. Yeah, I don't swear in general, even in real life. I've never gotten into it, and, you know, it's just like, my parents just taught me very well, and I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble anytime I think about swearing or anything like that. So it's just something I've never done in general, so it just doesn't happen. See how well it flows through this. Raptor at Cedar Point. That'd be a good one. I've been on Raptor once, and it was a pretty good invert. I thought it was a pretty good invert coaster. The good thing about the in-game track pieces is they're actually pretty smooth. Ooh, that's pretty fast. I need to make that brake run probably a little bit longer. To be honest. Alright, we'll do one longer and see if we can connect this. Nope. Because it still has quite a bit of speed here. I might be able, or I might even add like another like helix or something here, I don't know. I do that, no, we're not gonna do that. Let's just have a high-speed bank around here. Get a little bit of air. Because you feel like you're flying on these bank turns. I love it. Cedar Point worth the money. Absolutely. If you don't live there, you can actually, if you stay in one of the hotels, the tickets are only like $45 for a day. And that's actually pretty cheap for a park like that. I absolutely loved it. Cedar Point was so much fun. Because I took my first visit there for the first time in a while. For the first time ever. Actually, I don't know why I said first time in a while. I'm so bad at trying to get this done the way I needed to. But that's what I did. I stayed at one of the Cedar Point hotels, and you get a discount and also an hour early entry to the park. So that was actually really nice as well. Wow, that's very close to the other track. Alright, let's smooth this sucker out. Yeah, we'll definitely take a ride on it when we're done. Alright, I think I'm going to raise this up a little bit as much as I can. Of course, you're going to lower it down when you smooth. That's just a very nice, very nice near miss element. Alright, so we're going to go back and smooth the sections that are necessary to smooth, and music again, I know. I don't know where we left off. We haven't played this one. Deep Blue. Sounds fun. Back to the comments. There we go. Alright, let's make sure all these are smooth as smooth can be. Because everyone needs smooth. Alright, let's see actually how this flows through. It's a very weird turn at the end. It's got such high speeds going into there. It'll be alright. Because we made it to where we have a lot of speed in this coaster, because you're going up this hill and, you know, it gets down here and then we're able to go lower and create more speed and stuff like that. Oh, we should see how the speed's going. Alright, we're gonna double check on all the speed or smoothing here. Make sure we're good in that department. Smooth, make sure all this is good before we go any further. Like so. Yeah. Look at this, right? It's a massive. Alright, let's see what the top speed is when it hits that bottom. This might actually not be the top speed. Alright, it's about 63 at the bottom of that hill. 74, which is stinking fast. It looks like a top speed of 74 miles an hour. It's got a pretty quick average speed too. It's staying in the 50s a lot, 60s, sometimes 40s. Still at a very high speed at the top of this. 30. Still in the 30s. is this? It's kind of curved. And boosh. It's still like 50 miles an hour by the time it hits the brake run. But overall, not bad. Let's take a ride and see how... This is the first test. We'll test the smoothness and everything. Ah. All right, the first drop turn. Are you guys ready? I am. Ooh, yeah. Alright, smoothness not too bad there. Oh gosh, we need to change the colors of the trains too. Whoa. Flying coasters are always interesting. All the twists and turns. I love the high speeds. It's hard to see where you're going because the thing in the front is very off, or very hard to see in front of. I mean, because you're on a flying coaster, so it's going to be a little tougher to see where you're going. See this last part, see how fast it is. It's not bad. Alright, now, cinematic view. I don't think I ever smoothed the very first part out. Because I love watching cinematic view, it's fun. Ah, the game is so pretty. They made this game so pretty. Look at that background. Oh, lag. Now we'll see how tall it is here in a second. After we reach the results. Oh, that's a crappy shot. Excuse me. It's a pretty neat shot with the loop. Oh, there we go. There we go. Whoosh. I like that element. The cutback element's really cool. The inclined dive loop's really cool. It's an interesting flying coaster. Takes a lot of bit of brakes to slow this thing down, though. Alright. Take a look at this. The results here. Okay, so duration 118.1 seconds, a length of 1,638 meters, max speed. Alright, so because I'm dumb and I'm American, we're gonna have to convert these from meters to feet. Alright, so. Oh, this music just moves you. Biggest drop, 38 meters. So 38 meters is 124 feet. That's just the drop, though. So the biggest drop's only 124 feet tall, which is insane. I don't know if it tells you the highest point. Oh, this song. You have to purchase that song. Whoops. That's why you're hearing all the not copyright, but like the watermark thing. That was funny. Let's go world. Little planet. This one's 6 minutes long. So the biggest drop is only 38 meters. Now the length of the track is 1,100, or wait, 1,600. Whoops, I looked at the wrong thing. 1,638, which is 5,374 feet of track. That's awesome. That's a pretty long flying coaster. Alright, now I don't know what the... There's a 3 times air time count, 7 inversions. Jeez! I never actually counted them. This is an interesting song. Awesome. Now I don't know how tall the highest part is, but the drop itself, since it doesn't go all the way to the ground, is only 124 feet. So... it might be 200 feet tall. Well, the drop isn't 200 feet tall, but height-wise it might be. I'm not sure. Oh, I never looked at nighttime, how this looked. Oh, the green's so cool. The green's so cool. This song is weird. It's kind of creeping me out. Let's do this one. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Now we got a lot of... This coaster's right smack dab in the middle, which is insane. But it's going to be really cool with the path interaction it's going to have. It's going to be awesome. I think it will be cool. I think it will be awesome. Oh gosh. Isn't this relaxing? This song, I know it is. It's so relaxing. It just makes you want to... just makes you want to sing and dance and relax. I need to put lights on the signs. But overall, the entrance looks pretty nice. Just a little bit more lighting in certain places, and it will be good as well. The Cosmic Cow. Oh yeah, the new giant roller coaster going in. Is it in Orlando? It's awesome. But it's like over 500 feet tall. I don't think it'll be the most, you know, super exciting since it's not going to go very fast or anything. But it still looks pretty exciting and really cool. But building it up like a skyscraper. Look at this. You have to appreciate such a roller coaster as this. This is going to be an interesting park. It's not going to be real big. You know, I might only have like 2 more coasters maybe. I'm not going to make it a huge park. It's going to be relatively small. But this is going to be the main attraction. This coaster right here is definitely going to be the main attraction. By far. Alright. I have not been to Magic Mountain. No, I have not. The biggest park I've been to is Cedar Point. And that was a lot of fun. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to go into here and go to customize. Or is it what I wanted? Yes! I wanted to do this. And then this part, we're gonna mess with the coaster supporting here. This one will have coaster supports, that one won't. This one won't right here. Yeah. 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 I don't know. We're just gonna work. Don't work real well. It doesn't work real well. That sense. Oh my gosh, it's killing my hand. I don't know why. Not very nice. Alright. So that's that coaster. Very impressive layout, I think. And at least I'm pretty proud of it. I thought it turned out really nice. And it's a pretty big coaster, too. I mean, 5,000 whatever some feet it was. Pretty awesome. So, that's pretty much, I know it's going to suck, but that's going to do it for this stream, at least for right now. And because I got a lot of work to do, a lot of recording to do today, and I just wanted to do a little stream today just for fun. Whoops, I just hit my keyboard. But you guys are awesome, and thanks for joining so much for joining. I had this little idea, and we'll see if we finish this park. And again, it's not going to be a huge park. It's just a for fun park that I came up with. And thank you guys so much for watching, and just make sure if you didn't check out all the stream, it will be uploaded to YouTube immediately after. So I will see you guys next time, and thank you guys again so much for watching. Make sure you have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.